Is live. Tap here to share. Okay.
Oh yeah, we can. Let's
see.
share.
I'm sharing.
Oh, we shared both places.
I don't know. I never saw it before. All right. You know what? I'm going to share it with my group. Okay, that was fun.
With my
I just
group.
texted it to you, Paul.
Oh, great. Well,
learn new things every day with this software. But hello, welcome.
We've had a lot of technical fun over
he
the
just
past
got
2
my
weeks.
text.
I get your text. I can actually. I know that we're live now.
Yeah,
now we can go do things, right?
I'm sure the other people are like, we're
Okay,
working,
whatever,
but
folks.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the update.
Well, we're working too. It is a work day for me, but I can take a pause and go do some video for you. And we've come up with a fun mocktail.
Yes. Light and stormy. Get it? It's like a dark and stormy variation, but
it's light.
booze. So the light, it wasn't even here yet.
We have Lisa.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
We also have Peter, Gregory, and John.
Hi.
So nice to see you folks.
Welcome. Happy Monday.
Yep.
So the light and stormy, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. And then I did 10 dashes of Angostura bitters. You could, if you really are anti any kind of anything with a trace of alcohol, leave them out. But 10 dashes of Angostura bitters, a twist of lime, and fill with ginger beer. It's really good.
That was it, yeah. I mean, I find that the bitters, it's not like you can actually get enough of them to get any alcoholic effect. Because by that point, you'd be getting so many herbs, you'd say, I don't feel well. But
yeah.
in the dash or 10 dash that you use in these cocktails, or in this case, mocktails, it's not much. So it's just different flavor. That's the whole idea.
Yeah,
if you have a sensitivity, I can't have any, leave them out. You could certainly just infuse some herbs. We infused some herbs. You found this in the garden.
I used lemon balm as a garnish. Just because we have a lot of it. But
grows like a weed, but it's fairly weedy. Mint would be good. I would think rosemary would be very nice in this. So whatever your garden provides, and if it doesn't yet, plant some things. We did. They're coming up.
Our garden is providing late this year. We're finally starting to get some things, but well, the herbs we've had for a while, the vegetables being buzzed by the hornet.
No, we're out in nature, folks.
Nature, it's a mess. We're finally starting to get some tomatoes and some peppers, but wow, it took a while.
It really fairly sluggish. I know that the peppers really seem dormant until suddenly, bang, and now everything is producing. I think, okay, well. Takes its time, but there we go. Gibson says, Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday to you.
Definitely. That's from YouTube. Yeah. If you are either on YouTube or Facebook, hello. If one of these platforms decides to conk out on you, switch to the other. We'll be here. We have...
Good choices.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have choices. Absolutely. We like to go to broadcast in a more broad fashion because we're on both platforms. And I know that some people really favor one over the other for whatever reason.
Choose one platform and go all in. But
to kind of go in on us, so I think fine. Then I'm going to keep going from as many as I can. We have our presence on Instagram as well. We certainly post pictures there. Fewer videos. I think that needs to get friendlier for video for me.
The thing about doing video on Instagram, which I'm sure you know, is you have to, it's like a different format. Like you have to do it up and down with your camera. So it's not like,
turn your camera.
You can't, so we can't, like with this camera, we can't do it.
It wouldn't work.
So yeah, so it's just, I don't know.
Otherwise we just
different head.
Add a platform and go broadcasting to there too, because that's what this camera does.
Different head.
Yeah.
But
we're going to say hello to Shane from Canada. It says
hello.
Happy Simcoe Day. What's Simcoe Day?
Happy Simcoe Day.
Yeah, long weekend for you. That's awesome.
Awesome.
We have Annie, Wayne,
hello.
Jeremy, and Anne-Marie has all joined us
hello.
in the past few minutes.
Good morning.
Glad. Thanks, folks. Still get these things in it starts to drag. Oh,
hello.
Definitely. We are still enjoying the light and
stormy.
stormy.
So the light and stormy is a shot, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 10 dashes Angostura bitters, a twist of lime, and fill with ginger beer. I use Barrett's ginger beer.
Yep.
Fun to garnish with something from the garden, but mint would be great here.
Yep. And we certainly have a bumper crop of mint, both in pot and in yard. There's a pot that's going crazy. We took a bunch of it about a week ago to the folks in New Hampshire, and I think they were able to make very large mojitos, therefore. And what else is going in there? Did you say?
Oh, okay, good.
We are, yeah, absolutely. And we don't have a holiday, but apparently Canada does, so, hats off to you.
Happy Simcoe Day.
Yes.
It was Simcoe Day.
It was Simcoe Day,
okay,
yes.
Yeah. Happy Simcoe Day.
Maybe I'll look that up and actually I'll know what I'm talking about.
There you go.
There we go. If only I had the power of the world's information at my hands.
So what's everyone doing today? Is it a work day, or are you on vacation? I have a lot of work to do today, but I'm kind of obsessed. You'll see on tomorrow's video. We're getting some work done on the house, and I've become a little bit obsessed. So I kind of want to do that, but I need to get some work done first. So I spent the entire weekend pulling stuff out.
Up and down a shorter flight of stairs to take things to another part of the house. So both of us at that point were like, let's get into a pool. And the pool was very warm, and apparently that really helped
great.
the back. So hats off to heating pads and hot tubs.
Yeah,
more likely hot tubs, actually.
Anyone who's heard me talk for more than 5 minutes knows that like having a hot tub is my dream. All I want's a hot tub.
You'd be happy if you just got that hot tub. You know,
I would.
Simple things, folks. It's the simple things that make all such the difference, you know.
If you have a hot tub, maybe, I don't know, send pictures. I need like to create a vision board, a hot tub vision board.
On platforms, so it's
Hello. Yeah, you did, but hello again.
And Kelly is here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Milwaukee. Andrew, hey, Castle chiming in.
Hi, good morning.
Apparently they have a lot of mint in the yard, and it is impossible to remove. Correct. Correct. I recall my mother planted mint in the backyard, in her backyard, and it was there forever, and she's not with us any longer for a very long time, and that yard, I'm certain, is still producing mint.
Well, the good news for us, because we like the mint because we use it for Mai Tais, we had some mint that was blighted earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So a friend just told us you could just pull it out and it'll grow back without the blight. And it did.
And it did.
And it's not blighted now, so yay.
It's funny, every year it comes in and the first crop gets that black must on it. And you have to get rid of it, and then suddenly it's better. I don't know. Strange things. Hello to Amy.
Hi.
Jeremy says it's a work day for him. He's his state's attorney general. Really? Okay. Hello.
All right.
Hello, sir. Amy is obsessed with our chairs. Well, that's interesting.
Oh, thank you. I just posted them in our Amazon store.
They were an Amazon purchase, and if you are interested in these and you're like, I would like a set of those for my backyard patio, or wherever you might put them, by the pool perhaps, that would be pretty perfect. Then take a look at our Amazon store.
I think I did that Saturday
maybe?
So yeah, like you just scroll down, and it's a lot of fun stuff in there.
A lot of
stuff.
But this really looks like a vintage piece.
This is a funny thing to me. Probably not that funny, but Amazon wants me to start doing videos, like influencer videos. Oh God.
Oh boy.
I know. Okay, Amazon wants me to get on and sell stuff for them.
Here's the fun part of the fun part.
I know. I haven't taken them up on their offer, but who knows? Maybe someday I will.
There we go. We have Christy. Hello.
Hi. Is it because I texted you?
Maybe a little reminder that we're here. We're here for you, folks. Did you text everybody you know? Because how is that supposed to be an effective way to get people to watch?
No, there was. A squeeze of lime and fill with ginger beer.
That was it. Pretty
and
simple.
if you're so inclined, garnish with herbs.
The herb we are using is lemon balm.
Yep.
Mint would work very well, and I also keep noting the rosemary because that took a while to really start dominating that pot.
Oh, yeah.
Now it is very vigorous, which is great because in no time I'm going to be putting that inside a large bird and roasting it. So that's what happens. But I was rosemary, but very good for that. And just a final note about the Amazon store. If you are inclined for something like this or anything else that we have in the store, if you go through our store and purchase it through Amazon, we get some kind of credit off of that. But the price is the same. You don't pay anything extra to go through our store, but we get a little something. So
yeah, the stuff costs the same. It's just we get like some 0.5% of credit or something.
It's a small amount.
Yeah.
But any amount is kind of helpful, and hey, if you like these things, that's where we got them. So
Yep.
lead on.
Yep.
I like these a lot. We've had these for a couple months now,
Yeah, probably
maybe 3,
3 months.
just about that time.
Yeah,
At the outset of this whole business, we decided
early in the pandemic.
early in this whole, let's really outfit this area, and these have been great. And they're weatherproof. They just sit out here. It certainly hauled down rain last night, and they're still kicking.
Yeah, if you didn't see the before shots of our patio, it was pretty dire, in my opinion.
It, the grill was back here, and things piling up and back, move things around, and sort of shake up the stones. And you added a lot of stone and marbles to here, so there's a lot more color happening on this patio, which is nice.
Yeah,
it's a good thing. Andrew wants us to drop that link. So how do I drop a link to the Amazon store?
Oh, here. You know what?
There you go. I'm sure you can do that quickly.
Thank you.
I didn't actually find. And I think kind of a solvable problem too. So
I like a solvable problem.
I like a solvable problem myself.
I mean, I prefer no problem, but if I have to have a problem, I prefer solvable.
I kind of approach these things like at some point there will be a problem.
Okay.
So be prepared. Always good to have something in your back pocket in order to be able to take care of these things, folks. In the meantime, it's very enjoyable. I'm still enjoying this little item. It is a little stormy off of the eastern seaboard right now, and we are on warning for a couple of days, so I think this is highly appropriate.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Got a notification from work that we may see conditions. We've already seen some pretty terrific rain. Got a big cloud front moving in on us right now. Talk about the weather again. But we will be prepared.
Okay.
Got an umbrella.
I just dropped the link. You gotta see who we missed. Yeah, Christy said she has to bail on us at noon. I don't think we'll still be doing this at noon.
We should We should be done by then, folks. But certainly. But thanks for tuning in
Yes.
as much as.
Yes.
And whoever else is tuning in from work is taking a break. I'm taking a break for the moment, but then I go right back because I have a full day worth.
I had some stuff to sell. I found some things to sell on eBay. I'm kind of excited.
Oh, yeah. Doing the deep dig
I've been
so you find some things and you might want to
going through the attic.
drop them in. So I just dropped the link to the Amazon store on YouTube. If you're watching by YouTube, if you're enjoying some of the value of prices.
Well, there's some Trader Vic's mugs on there because bizarrely they sell their mugs through Amazon.
Interesting, but true.
Some Halloween stuff. I can't believe it's almost gonna be Halloween. It's like next month people are gonna start to decorate for Halloween.
Yeah, in literally a month, maybe a month and a half, it's time for the pumpkins to come out. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what else?
The time to zips on.
Oh, there's
and whatnot.
bitters. There are bitters and stuff in there.
Yes. Do you have some glassware, like barware?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of things that we did. This and can recommend.
Curated.
Certainly the bitters, I think we use all of those. We have a fair collection of bitters by now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have given us bitters, and that's fantastic. It's always fun to experiment with another flavor because it's a flavor now. You've got 10 dashes in here. I'm definitely getting that.
It's definitely keeping it from being too sweet.
Yeah.
Because you think with the pineapple juice, it is getting breezy.
It is getting
It
breezy.
looks like it might rain.
Oh boy.
I know.
I'm not
We
going
have a big umbrella over me.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here talking about the weather, but if it starts sprinkling, it's good that we've got a baffle for a second. I had to drain the pool yesterday.
It's starting to swell. The inflatable pool starting to swell.
Pretty beastly yesterday, so let's get into it. We also have Bella has joined us.
Hello.
Cindy. Hello.
Hi, Cindy.
We also have Brian. Hello,
Hello.
sir. Tiki King is with us.
Hello.
Robert and Marcy. Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, let's go chiming in.
Good morning.
Well, folks who have just joined us, we're still enjoying the light and stormy, as the episode title says.
1.5 ounces pineapple juice, 10 dashes Angostura bitters, a squeeze of lime, and fill with ginger beer.
There you go. Pretty simple.
Yep.
It's pretty light. It's pretty stormy. It's getting pretty stormy out there, so that's highly appropriate.
I wasn't expecting that, actually.
I wasn't either, actually. It was really pretty blue skies this morning, and oh well, it's been variable for quite some time.
Yep.
And quite a bit of sweatiness happening in July into August, and it is still going on. But for sure.
It's not sweaty today, though. It's actually gorgeous.
Is in Toronto, okay, in honor of John Graves Simcoe, the first Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada, and a proponent of the Act Against Slavery. Well, maybe this is an anti-slavery thing.
All right,
or
good.
maybe it's just like Simcoe is considered a great guy in general. But there you go.
That's great.
Yeah. So north of the border, you got today. Awesome, great for you. Or maybe it's just Toronto. I don't know. Hard to say. Well, whatever it is, enjoy it.
Indeed. It's so weird to have him. I can't read the comments.
Oh, I'd be glad to point.
Oh, no.
That's up to you, or I can just keep reading comments.
Yeah.
People have commented. Got a hashtag Save Halloween Mask Up. The fact is, it's pretty. Keep some distance between you when passing out the candies and things.
Yeah.
And now Christian wants to zoom from the porch. Wise move.
He sometimes zooms with his colleagues behind the bar.
I have lately been zooming behind one bar because it's a standing desk, and that's where I operate. And you think, wow, if I was operating at the bar, it's like, you know, it sounds like a sort of tempting thing, but honestly, I got to work, you know. And if it's not that, there's the other bar, which is also a standing desk. I'm out there right now because it's pretty nice. And then sometimes I just feel like going to the, what I call the back office, which is right here.
Right here. Yep.
Yeah. And this is nice. But reception can be poor, so I have to kind of gauge that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So the things that we have to deal with, but it's kind of nice to have between language. So
The offices.
the offices.
The bar, patio. The
you know.
3 offices.
You know, the one in the front is in the Florida room. I call it the front office, and this is the back office. So that's the fun for the day.
I want to redesign my office.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you've heard all about it.
Oh yeah, but definitely.
I've been adding stuff to a different Pinterest board. My dream office.
Chrissy notes in the first couple of work zooms, started to realize how many bottles of booze were visible in the shot. I just thought about it too much. Which mostly catches people let me start that again. What mostly catches people's eye when I'm broadcasting and when we have to do video, which I don't really favor, by the way, for these things. I like to be able to just get a headset and move around, because if somebody's talking for 20 minutes, I get a lot done while I'm listening. So if I'm sitting there, it's like being in a board meeting. Anyhow, if I'm back here, you've got this cool little read happening back here, and it's a lot of color and it's fun. If I'm in the front office, you can usually see the ceiling, and the ceiling is covered with paper umbrellas. So that's
so professional.
I had somebody at one point say, okay, by the way, what is happening with your ceiling back there? You know, what's up with that? You know, so I had to explain that. That's fun.
So corporate.
And
so
then
professional.
If I'm at the middle bar, like the main bar there, which really is a great standing desk, then I have the power on because I've got this plugged in, and that powers up the lights, and we have the chase lights going on. So there's a lot of light and activity. House, and if it's inspiration on Glad,
like you.
I have a great bunch of colleagues. I can say that right here. Absolutely. We're seeing David. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, and Vivek has joined us and says, "Did I hear Jello?"
Oh yeah. I still have Jello I made while we were live.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I was like, I gotta go make Jello. So I did, and then the next morning I woke up and there was a Jello. Like,
what did I do this for?
What did I do this for? I had a reason.
Jello with curacao or something. We're going to have to taste it to figure out what we did.
Yeah.
And then try something with it.
Yeah, but
there's
Jello.
Still have some gelatin mold. I believe there's a bit of coleslaw left. Perhaps one serving.
The coleslaw was
I think that the gelatin really affects it.
The artichoke hearts weren't as bad as the mushrooms. Yeah. I like mushrooms.
Yeah.
I like mushrooms and I like Jello, but they don't belong together.
Two great tastes.
In my opinion.
That really should be in separate rooms or something like that. Like so many things that
separate
end up in
plates.
gelatin.
It should be on separate plates.
And in molded gelatin.
Yeah.
You think, why in the world did this happen?
Yeah.
And that is the new joys of Jello in a nutshell.
The new joys of Jello.
We have Greg and Deb have joined us. Hey!
Hello!
Ms. O'Nair, glad to see you.
Hello!
And we're still sitting on the patio. If you joined us as of late, still enjoying the light and stormy.
Yep.
1.5
ounces of pineapple juice, 10 dashes of Angostura bitters, a squeeze of lime, fill ginger beer.
Simple. Great. It's a built-in glass thing. A lot of crushed ice inside your glass. If I can move my greenery around a little bit. A fun decorative glass is always a good way to go. This little gal says aloha.
I'm sure most of you have fun decorative glasses.
I'm kind of assuming
not worried about that.
Many people who have joined us think it's the fungus. Yeah, not your bag.
No.
But, and if you did like such things, you wouldn't have sticking in gelatin. Oh, and Vivica is saying she'd do an excursion to the Jello Museum in Leroy, New York.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's road trip.
This sounds like a road
trip.
Is that like somewhere in the western part of the state? Like, I know that
I think so.
somewhere in that vicinity, where was that? Is the Knox actually? Or in fact, I'd have to look that up. But I stayed there one night. It was actually a really cool house, and that made me think of that. So
okay, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Road trip time. Big fun. As I recall, it was a train ride, so clearly it's on the line that leads you west towards Buffalo. But I'd have to look that up. It's been a long time since then.
Yeah.
But it was actually doing.
But it sounded like a great place.
Yeah. It was doing theater, and it was just this was where they put us up. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And Chrissy does in fact confirm that the vomiting is about Jello with mushrooms, not the light and Stormy. This one is unlikely to make you vomit, whereas fungus and Jello, that has a high likelihood of making you go.
That was. Slaw now.
And people will go, oh, thanks, you know? But then you try, and you think of what goes into it, and you go, wow, that's so wrong. But then you think of what goes into coleslaw. And it's like mayonnaise and sweet stuff and whatnot, and it's like, this just tastes like deli slaw.
It does. It really just tastes like
exactly
coleslaw.
Like the stuff from the deli.
Like the kind you would get in the tub.
Yeah.
It's what it tastes like.
You go to a diner, you get a burger, they give you a little container. It's got that slaw. This is that slaw. I'm like, well, you know, if you don't like coleslaw, you're not going to like this. Nope. But if you do, you think this was right on target. Yep. I thought that it kind of nailed it. So every once in a while, the joys of gelatin give you something that really works. It's like that cake recipe that calls for sauerkraut. And you think, oh, it's a chocolate cake too. And you think, how the hell could that possibly work? Moistness, and people go, this is so delicious. You know, what's your recipe? I never share, you know.
You know, I want to do a Jello mold. I know Charles Phoenix has done Jello with like Christmas lights inside of it, but you can't eat it. Like once you put the Christmas lights in, it's not food safe. But I want to do a light up Jello mold that's food safe.
I'm trying to think of how you could arrange that. I think we have a book that talks about that.
If you did like, maybe aquarium lights.
Aquarium lights should be safe for the fish, which means they do have a food safe component to them.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that.
I'm thinking about something that I saw where...
Oh, the light up punch bowl? Was that it?
There's a light up punch bowl which lights from underneath.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you could just put the light like under and then put your, like a clear glass, and then put your Jello mold. Except it would probably melt your Jello mold. These
days, if you use an LED bulb, much less in the way of heat.
Okay, I've got it. If you do the light, like an LED light, a cool light, and then your glass, and then like a glass bowl with ice in it, and then you can put your Jello mold on top of that.
There you go. Solution. Big solution.
But I still like the idea of having lights in it.
Lights inside the Jello. Mm-hmm. Well, you can certainly get LEDs, and you can certainly run power to them. You just wouldn't want to be soldering those connections. Let's just put it that way.
No. Definitely not.
I think we're completely grossing out your sister, who is really questioning tuning in. Sauerkraut.
We don't always talk Jello. We don't always talk Jello.
But you know, it was a recent subject, and of course, you know, somebody here has brought it up. Thank you, Rebecca. So, but that was a fun episode. You know, it was just something that occurred to us, and we certainly had plenty of Jello books, and we had a surplus of gelatin. You know, when you start raiding the shelf, you're like, wow, when's this from? But that's perfectly fine, and you can make it, and things happen with it, and you put interesting things in it. And then you definitely want to take pictures and put it up on Instagram.
That's true.
So that's how that goes.
I'm going to do the light up one.
Oh, Jeremy remembers the light up punch bowl in the first pad book.
That's where we got the idea.
We built that. That's
yeah,
exactly
we did build that.
And that was back in the day when all of your light bulbs were incandescent. So we recalled that you would put the punch bowl on top, and after a while, it was starting to get warm. It was like a 40-watt bulb.
Yeah. Well, didn't we keep adding ice?
Yeah.
And it was like it would melt.
Yeah.
So I felt like the punch was getting a little free.
These days, of course, much cooler light options available. I mean, even back in the day, you could have put a fluorescent tube in there, like one of the circulars. But these days, you could just use it was something that you built that had a light socket and just a standard bulb, but it was just one bulb. Well, one standard LED bulb that doesn't give up very much heat, but it gives up a lot of light. So that works perfectly fine. And of course, you can use colors. Definitely work. So.
Or like the color changing light.
Color changing light.
I just bought that I'm obsessed with. They used to be so expensive. Yep. We had a friend who had, like, this was years ago now, he had, these really cool mid-century lights, with like the three lights.
Three fixtures.
Yeah, the three fixtures on it. And he had color changing bulbs. And I just thought that was the greatest thing ever. When we priced it, it was like $300.
For basically 3 bulbs.
Now you can go buy a bulb like that at Home Depot for $12.
Yeah. So, and I think it was a Philips bulb, is that right?
Yeah.
The original system that we were talking about is a Philips system. That's the Hue bulbs. We have a couple of Hue bulbs. They're not cheap. They are great for automating lights around the house.
Yeah.
But I think Philips is changing the whole idea of the system, and the bulbs are getting a lot cheaper. So, and of course,
for $12.
The color changing bulbs are getting much cheaper. So,
and you can thank Kelly. You can just put it in any lamp. You just control it from an app. So
yeah, just simple. Yep. You just download the app. Very. That
would be fun. Color changing bulb.
I was thinking about those color changing puck lights that you get that run off a couple of batteries.
Oh yeah.
And those are easily found. I'm sure you could get those off of Amazon and other online purveyors very quickly. They don't cost very much. We inherited a few of those, and they're fun. They're great as like drink coasters. You drink on top and light show. We have a question from Jeremy. Are pink flamingos considered tiki or MC scenes?
Century. I don't know if they're mid-century modern, but they're mid-century. They're for sure mid-century.
Yeah, are they? Do they fit in with the modern thing?
I mean, you do see modern houses with the flamingos.
Mm-hmm. I mean, old for the. And sort of a symbol of like lack of taste, because then of course it gets used as the title of a movie by John Waters, and it's sort of like the ultimate bad taste name.
Sign me up.
So I think it's in the Encyclopedia of Bad Taste, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Pink lawn flamingos. So I think it's one of those things which at the time was just considered fun and goofy. It was the sort of thing that you did that your suburbanite who was about to go and like fire up the charcoal grill like would have a pair of these. But then eventually it just became a little passé. In the tiki context, I will say that we've seen plenty of vintage pics of tiki places, like the bars, the resorts, locations, things. And outside of a joint in Florida that just happens to have a flock of flamingos, I don't think it's generally considered a tiki thing.
No,
so,
I think it's considered more of a Florida thing.
So if somebody's promoting that, I think that person's grasping at straws. So.
But it doesn't mean you can't have both.
It doesn't mean you can't have them.
We have tiki stuff in our house, and we have
flamingos
back here. I mean,
flamingos are fun. There's also, if you do actually favor such things, there are those glow-in-the-dark flamingo skeleton.
Oh, we have this for Halloween.
That you can get. It's the same company makes those.
Actually, our friend Donna has hers out year-round.
Yeah, just because.
Which is super fun.
And that's the thing. It's like if that's part of your decor, go to town.
Yep.
Absolutely fun. So, anyway, well, that's actually
About it.
a little few minutes with you on a
Yes.
Monday morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, some folks are taking this little time off of work.
Aw,
Thanks for joining in.
yes.
I've done the same. I've got to get back to it.
I
So,
know.
yeah, well.
Back to the old grindstone.
Well, if I have to, like, make that long commute back to the office, I guess somebody's got
I
to.
know. Well, thank
Fun.
you, and
Thanks, everybody.
have a fabulous Monday.
Fairly strong drink. Well, it's a regular strength drink, I guess.
I will show you how to
Fun.
make one, but
It's a
yeah,
good
you'll
thing.
want to have something strong to see
You'll want to mix it up when you
our
see
addict
the results.
before.
I haven't even seen the pictures myself, but I've seen it in person. Oh, boy.
Yeah, not good. And then Thursday we'll be back at 7 live. Which drinks go in different glasses, so we'll have some fun drinks and some fun glassware.
Fun glassware to show
So
you
thank
what
you
to do with
to
what.
Lisa for the idea, and we'll do that Thursday.
I think we're going to be going into the glassware cabinet and finding things we haven't seen in a long time.